Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. Yuffie. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra headquarters and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche! With your full support, we got this! So, members of Avalanche, where are you? Come get me already! Okay, if I was a man in a Moogle hat. Wait, does this mean what I think it does? Interesting. So, I gotta come to you, do I? You got some nerve.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Final Fantasy VII. Do I call this one remake or do I call it Intergrade? I'm pretty excited. So I wanted to record this, but I wanted to practice first and not look like a total noob. And I wanted to do something a little bit different because I feel like I'm used to playing on hard mode. I think playing on normal mode for the playthrough was really difficult for me last time, so I'm gonna mix it up. I'm gonna play through this on hard, and if I'm really bad at this, then I apologize in advance. But in case you guys have not heard, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade came out on June 10th, and hopefully you've had a chance to play, because it's kind of amazing. So let's get right into it. First thing I want to talk about is how
make way for the amazing music.
Oh. And you're going to see a lot of really cool people, and I've already assessed a good chunk of the people in Chapter 1, which is the one that I'm going to try to play through now.
Well, that was easy.
And I figured she's really close to level 50 and getting all the other things that she needs, so it makes all the menuing a lot shorter, so. But this is for those of you who aren't really aware of what Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrated, it's like a chapter in between between chapter 6 and 7 in Final Fantasy VII Remake. So it's basically like after they did the bombing of Maka Reactor number 5 and Cloud plummets to the slums below. During the aftermath of that, while Cloud is basically in Sector 5, Yuffie is in Sector 7 and infiltrating everything that you just saw, So really, I just wanted to kind of show off the gameplay for this, because this is really fun. I think they did a really good job. Like, everything about the gameplay for this gets me really excited for the next parts of this game.
Oh, it's over!
And then for those of you who aren't aware of how Yuffie operates, is that she has a ninja star which you can throw with the triangle command. It sticks to an enemy, and then you can basically cast ninja magic from afar. So it's like a really good distance weapon, and it's a really good short range weapon. I think it's much better as a distance weapon than a long range one, or a lot better at a long range than short range. But But basically that's because Windstorm is much better when you have the shuriken attached to somebody and you set it off. So you're going to see me using that a lot. I'm using Windstorm a lot. I use Art of War as one of the other ones, and I don't use Banishment too often, but Banishment is very good.
Huh? No palm. You okay? Anybody home?
We've got someone suffering from Genova poisoning.
Guess I'm not going anywhere until I get that elevator moving.
I know a way to get that elevator moving.
I never cease to amaze myself.
Yeah, but I've been pretty excited for this because I've seen the gameplay for it. It looked really fun, and then also if you guys watched my original Final Fantasy VII playthrough, I ended up with like a team of Tifa and Yuffie. Yuffie is someone that I like using because her ultimate weapon allows you to basically cast morph and do full damage, and it's kind of amazing. I love morphing enemies. Ow. Get off me. I feel like I'm being attacked an alien. Like total me torture. Yeah, but here, you can throw the shuriken, you like basically catches them in a windstorm, and then I can use Art of War here, which is run like a chocobo, sting like a tonberry. That is the phrase that she uses, and it's so funny. It's very fitting, too. Don't mind me. So if you guys are actually following the main portion of it, you're going to be following the Moogle science, because she is dressed up like a Moogle, and I am sure that there's a reason behind that, but... Because nothing says inconspicuous quite like dressing up like a Moogle and walking around in the Sector 7 slums. And I'll try to pick up a bunch of different items when I'm along the way, so hopefully you guys have a good idea of some of the things that you can pick up from a spoil standpoint, but I am not going to make a guarantee that I'm going to catch everything, because I just wanted to really show off the gameplay for this, and really get you guys a chance to see the story, and then if you guys don't have a chance to get it, I know that PlayStation 5s are pretty hard to come by. I got pretty lucky in even having one, so I just wanted to take the opportunity and really share the game with everyone, you know, and apparently I can't hold any more high potions. I am in hard mode, so I can't even use items anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but... But just the music for this intermission chapter is great.
I thought Midgar was supposed to be the marvel of the modern world. Talk about false advertising. City of Mako? City of garbage, more like.
I personally like Yuffie a whole bunch because she's very different than Cloud, you know, like, she's so, like, spunky and just offbeat and just really quirky and crazy, and Cloud is just, you know, like, so sullen, and, you know, there's a reason behind why Cloud's the way he is, but Yuffie's just, like, unbridled optimism in a bottle, you know, so it's fun to play as someone like that, so, just, like, a total carefree attitude, just, like, she's exactly what you'd expect. She's a teenage kid who happens to be a ninja, and that's kind of a great job title. You know, like I would totally kill to be that. So.
I gotta do something.
Don't fear, Yuffie's here. Okay, so let's try to save that poor guy who's being attacked by wolves. I think so. You can get a good feel for how you're going to be using Yuffie's skills throughout this entire chapter, because you're going to be basically
Come on down.
knocking down beams like this,
Save the day.
creating pathways. She's also doing ninja things like what firemen do, and getting down fire poles. So, and this is a pretty tricky battle if you're just starting, because if you don't know what you're doing, you can get yourself killed. I think wayward wolves and wraithhounds are probably some of the more dangerous fights that you come across with Yuffie alone.
Have no fear.
can see like the damage on the headbutt was huge. You know, so you want to be really careful. Like you can see that you can get knocked out really easily by the Wayward Wolves, so just kind of a heads up on that one. I wasn't expecting him to actually get me on that first one. I was expecting to actually get hit on the initial attack and then dodge the second one. That did not work out in my favor. So normally what you do is you windstorm trap one of them, and then you can kill them. And once basically, like, I just like focusing on one.
No fear, Yuffie's here. With the power of his providence.
And once you have one down, then it's much easier to handle him. And then I happen to have elemental and ice attached to it.
What are you waiting for?
That was a much better shot.
So, not even a thank you?
But that's more of a testament to how quickly hard mode can catch up on you when you're playing through. Also, I forgot that Yuffie has no power on this thing right now. Here. There we go. Yeah, but I think wolf battles are probably one of the harder ones that you're going to fight in here. There's other harder battles, but well, the one thing about Yuffie is that she doesn't have really great defenses, so she's very much like Tifa in the sense that if she gets surrounded by a lot of people in a short window, she's probably going to die. So you want to be pretty careful with her. You have to do very ninja things to try to make sure that she stays safe. So probably healing materia. Yeah. And that's because on hard mode, all the materia that was on the board before basically turns into healing materia. I've got like 12 of them in my inventory right now, so I do have a revive attached to Yuffie for a little bit later. So that's good. Whatever that means, man. But the music for this is phenomenal. Like, I didn't think that they could actually top Final Fantasy 7 Remake music, and they didn't, because it's only like a little sample, but they basically did like really great mixes of Descendants of Shinobu from the original game, and it's so good because it fits every single thematic element through the entire chapter. So, and I don't know if you guys see some of the graphical improvements on here. There's like a little bit of a haze that you can kind of see in the slums now, which is probably one of the cool effects of PlayStation 5. They basically have like ray tracing in the console, which is really similar to having like an RTX, like a good graphics card, like a 3070 through 3090 basically. So you have the ability to ray trace in the game, and that's why you can see a lot of fog and a lot of these like other elements, which is really cool.
This is too weird. Okay, you got this!
And this is fun because we are in Scrap Boulevard, if you guys recognize this. This is,
Okay, that rotten egg smell's gone. Must have gotten used to it. The way things are going, I'll be working for Shinra next. Nice try, Midgar. I'm talking to myself. City's getting to me.
in this case, this is Sector 7. This is gonna surprise this guy.
Wait, did you just come from...
Yeah, I did. No monster troubles, I'm a ninja.
It's not gonna be good for any of us. Utah's got their claws in this.
Local Reactor 5 has been temporarily shut down, and all fires have been successfully extinguished. The situation is under control, and the people of our fair city need not worry about any additional complications. We are in the process of conducting a full forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1.
Oh, what do we have here? Man, that's gotta be Avalanche. Not bad. Not bad at all. But I can do better.
Yuffie? Yo.
What? There's our palm. So, you're Avalanche?
I'm Jiju. Follow me.
What? Wait up! So, Jiju, why didn't you come meet me before?
I figured an elite W agent could find their own way.
I may be elite, but it's not like I've ever been to Midgar. What exactly is a W, anyway?
Anyone who lives where you just came from, think of it as a code name.
Uh-huh.
Still can't believe they sent a kid to do this job.
This kid could kick your ass!
Saying you're a fresh face is all.
Oh, don't worry. I know exactly what you're saying.
Give me a break, will ya?
And let you walk all over me?
Well, here we are. Ladies first.
You hear Wedge, Jesse, and Biggs talking outside too, which is pretty fun.
These two are Billy Bob and Polk. And that's Nayo.
Hi. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra HQ and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, with your full support, we got this.
Ready to rumble, huh?
You better believe it. So, did you guys meet Sonon yet? He was supposed to be here.
Yeah, he got in 3 days ago.
He's out on the town as we speak. Really seems to be enjoying it here.
Oh, he does he?
You, got any bags?
As if. Ninjas always travel light. It's like a rule. But I did bring these. Wutai's famous Dachau beans. Eat up. And here you go.
Can you eat these things? Guess you do.
You ninjas are insane.
And wait here for Sonon. I gotta head out. Your IDs should be ready for pickup by now.
Then why don't I join ya?
Nah, I got this. Besides, you reek of trouble.
Huh?
I try not to make these
You
episodes
must be
too long
tired
right
from
now.
your
So.
trip. Why don't you get some rest?
With all the noise in this city, I'm freaking possible. How about you tell me where in the Shinra building they're keeping that materia instead? Don't hold out on me now. I know you know.
Actually, I kind of don't. At least, not an exact location. All I know is that Shinra, for most purposes, treats materia as a weapon. Which means the Advanced Weaponry Division probably deals with it. And since that's in the basement...
I see. So, Shinra hides its top secret materia in the basement. You won't have to wait much longer, my precious. I promise.
Just be careful, will you? Please? Oh yeah, you should introduce yourself to Billy Bob. He knows a thing or two about the Shinra building.
I like the pom-pom movement. It wiggled when you walk.
My teeth.
You're welcome. So the materia I'm looking for is in the Shinra building, right? And where is that exactly?
Ignorance truly is bliss, huh?
What did you just say?
Oh, didn't mean to offend you. Of course, you probably knew this already, but there's a whole other city built on the plate above us. Shinra building's right in the middle. You can't miss it.
Oh, that one. Why didn't you say so?
Now, if you want to get topside, you first gotta get out of the slums. And for help with that, you should talk to Polk. You know about the VR combat simulation module, right?
Huh? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? It's that thing that stimulates modulation.
Kinda. It's a machine that puts you in a virtual world where you can practice fighting all you want. There's even a portable version of it. Guy around the corner has one.
Uh-huh.
Hardly ever see technology that cutting edge down here. So what do you say? Want to try it?
I really don't have time to be playing around with some stimulator. But just to be polite, I guess I'll take it for a spin.
The guy's name is Chadley. He's over by the neighborhood watch. If you ever feel like some virtual training, I'm sure he'd be happy to help.
You look kind of nervous.
I just want to make sure I have the plan down pat. You know, like how to get up top and all that.
Well, if you had an ID, you'd normally just take the train up there. But with all the commotion going on, that's not really an option. Security's on high alert. If you ask me, your best bet is to sit tight and wait for things to settle down some.
Sit tight, but I want to go now.
Be my guest then. Go get killed.
Harsh.
You look about ready to die of boredom. Want to play Fort Condor?
Fort Condor?
I should have known. It hasn't been out long, so there's no way you W's would have heard of it.
Yes I have. And what's more, I'm awesome at it. I'll whoop you so hard you'll wonder if you ever knew the rules.
For my benefit, then. Let me go over them.
So, I'm gonna play one game of Fort Condor, that way you guys can see it. I'm gonna dedicate a whole nother video to Fort Condor battles only, because I'm gonna keep everything on the storyline going, and then do a Fort Condor video afterwards with all the players on there. But basically it's a game of rock, paper, scissors. You can kind of see that in the middle icon. The blue defender enemies, or your troops, beat the red enemies. The attack troops, which beat the sentry enemies, which are, you know, like bow and arrows, like sentry rays, slug rays, grenadiers. Those are the ones that defeat defenders. So it's basically like a game of rock, paper, scissors. Don't get caught using a troop that is weak against the other one, otherwise you're going to lose that battle. So that's basically the idea behind it. I think my troops are set up pretty well for this one, so I'm just going to run through the tutorial really quickly. You want to beat the headquarter base when you're playing on hard mode. So he's going to drop an attack force here, and I have an armored shock trooper, and he's a blue one, so he's good against that one, so that's why I dropped him here. And the guard dog that I have is also something that's very good to drop later. So basically what I'm trying to do here is I'm going to drop two, like a blast ray and a shock trooper. And then I drop the sentry right here that way I can knock out that guy as quickly as possible. And then I'm going to drop a guard dog, and then I'm really just going to hit this guy, because I'm going to kill them as quickly as possible. Basically, I think this one's in the bag, because I've basically surrounded the enemy base, and I'm going to kill them before they get a chance to destroy the guard dog. So. That's basically how you win Fort Condor, so...
Damn, Yuffie, how'd you do that? You totally kicked my ass.
You mean you didn't lose on purpose? Wow.
Well, if you're looking for a challenge, the Undercity's got no shortage of serious players.
I've kind of got better things to do.
Sure about that? Word is, if you beat the Grandmaster, you can win some serious cash. Materia, too.
Materia?
That's right. But you should know, the hardcore competitors won't give you the time of day till you've proven yourself.
Whatever. Bring it on!
Cool, so you can challenge rank 5 players. I'm going to talk to Nio really
Sonon's
quickly.
still not back? Must be in Wall Market then.
What's Wall Market?
Let's just say it's a place for people with mature tastes.
Mature tastes.
There's lots of different establishments. It's kinda hard to explain.
No, I think I get it. Like bars filled with smoke so thick you can't even see, and drinks so bitter you want to spit them right back out. where everyone gets drunk and complains about how kids just don't understand the value of hard work. They'll be the death of society. Ugh, how can they not see that they're the ones destroying it? Wutai's got a place like that, where grown-ups drink their lives away. It's called the Happy Turtle.
Interesting. There's a Happy Turtle in Midgar as well.
Huh?
I don't know where exactly because I've never actually been, but I do see their flyers from time to time.
You do, huh? Oh, they're taking down Midgar one citizen at a time. I salute you, Happy Turtle.
Come to think of it, there's a man who goes around putting up flyers for the bar. People call him Old Snapper, and he doesn't dress like your average Midgar male. Might be from Wutai.
I gotta find him. Man deserves some Dachau beans. All this talking is giving me a headache. I'm gonna go do some recon.
I won't stop you. Just don't go too far, okay?
But Daniel's gonna stop me right here, because the one thing I wanted to do going into this series for Intergrade is I wanted to make the videos a little bit shorter for you guys, because I kind of feel like sitting there for 45 minutes and watching it, all fine and dandy, but you know, I figure that you guys have lots of other cool things to do, so I'm gonna stop the video here for now. If you guys enjoyed the video, I'm gonna save this on a different time slot in case I lose my covert op stuff that I'm working on right now. So there's Wutai's Finest. That is level 49. That's where I'm at right now. You can tell I put 16 hours in this game already because it's so much fun. Like, this is just Intergrade alone. So this is really exciting. Yuffie is so much fun to play, and I look forward to catching you guys on the next video. Bye.